I'm Gillian Murray. I'm the CEO and founder of Feel Good, Share Good. And I also manage and created a community, the Good Health Stories and Solutions, for a venue for you to be able to have these conversations. Make sure you're inviting anybody that is interested in learning how to get better, feel good. You know, it doesn't matter where they're coming from, whose team they're on, you know, what are they looking to do, is whether or not they're a practitioner, they're a consumer, or an advocate, a mother, a daughter, doesn't matter. We want you guys in here because it's all about community and it's all about how we can serve and give back and do good. That's the whole reason why we're here. That's one of the reasons why I want to leave a legacy of a place where love and belonging, where anybody can go to so they can feel like they can ask the questions that maybe they're too afraid to ask. So tonight's a really important topic today, and we're going to go over a few things, and we're doing our talks a little bit differently, but I'm really happy to have some amazing people joining me on this call tonight. But we're also, because it's Women's Month, you know, March is Women's Month. We are celebrating women and how we can help give back to our communities. So today's is a special conversation, honoring legacy, creating impact. This is our Do Good edition, and we're going to explain a little bit more in a few moments, okay? So just bear with me as I get through this, and hopefully we are live now inside our community. Does anybody see that? Can anybody see if we're live?
Yes, you're live.
Yay. Hi out there. Make sure you hop on this Zoom. If you are in Facebook land inside our community, it is a private community, so you should be able to see somebody there. If you are helping me co-host, just monitor the sound to make sure everybody can be heard, okay? So again, welcome to our Good Health Talk. This is more than a health conversation. Like I mentioned, it's a community for support. We support each other's wellness, mind, body, and spirit, and we share experiences here. We share real stories from real people who've had real experiences with meaningful impact. We come together to create meaningful impact and contribution. So we need your help in making sure this community grows. So invite others, like I said, when I began the call. And remember, the Good Health Stories and Solutions community has 4 pillars. So when we do these talks every month, and you'll start seeing the rotation and the flow, we will be having a discussion on Feel Good. That's supporting physical and emotional wellness training. That's week 1. We'll be doing some targeted education on health practices that can help you. Next month is Mental Health Month. A lot of people are suffering right now, so we're going to be some training on how we can help with that particular concern. And then we're going to share stories on week 2, where we're going to help you, like, hear some feedback stories, hear some real testimonials of others that have gone through some challenges, and they will share their experiences. And then we're going to continue this series that we're starting tonight, the Do Good, how you can create impact by giving back. And that's an important thing that we're going to do. And a lot of people are going away to Utah in a couple of weeks, and they're going to come back with some really great stories about this as a follow-up. So I'm looking forward to hearing some stories about that. And then the Be Good, which is the one that we're going to do next week, but at the end of the rotation, is really about how you can show up at your best version of yourself. But it all starts with mindset. So I'm really looking forward to that series that we do every single month as well. So make sure you're inviting people to that community. But tonight's focus is our Do Good edition, and it's about purpose, legacy, and impact. We're going to honor a powerful story. If you don't know who this lady is on the screen, you need to get to be on this call because she's the reason why many of us are here. So we want to make sure that we celebrate her story. We're going to go through that tonight. We're going to highlight some amazing leaders, which I'm going to talk to and introduce you to soon. These are individuals who are actively making a significant difference in their communities and beyond borders and limitations. We always talk about that, right? And we want to make sure that at the end of this call, that we're inspiring action. We're motivating each other to consider our own impact. How are we giving back and making a positive change in not only who we connect with, but who we influence on a daily basis. So without further ado, I want to celebrate and thank my wonderful partner in crime. I'm going to bring it up to the screen as well. Is our J. Michael. I know Judy can't be with us tonight, but she's your J. Michael. I am so proud of your contribution to the community and the mission that we're doing. And I'm glad that you're kind of partnering with me with this because I know how much it means to you, like through your work with Hope Springs and Fortify, the Foundation for Life, and what you do. And, you know, I know AI kind of doctored this picture for you, but I love it, you know, and I just would love for you to share why did you choose to go with For Life? I'm just going to close the screen so I get to see you yourself sharing your story.
I love that picture, by the way. Thank you.
Okay, you're
That was
welcome.
AI did good. Thank you so much, Gillian. This is a subject so close to our heart. And I apologize. Judy apologized that she couldn't be with us tonight. She really wanted to be, but just unfortunately she couldn't. But yeah, it's, you know, we are in our senior years. We don't think we're seniors, but we are. So we're both in our mid to late 70s, actually. And we just, you know, we've had a wonderful life. We've been blessed way more than we've deserved in so many ways. And we really love now, our part of our heart is giving back. And that's where Foundation for Life comes in. That's where Hope Springs Water comes in. And but Foundation for Life is an incredible organization, and it's one of our pillars. We of those here that are with For Life, you know, it's one of our four pillars is the service pillar. So much of what we do in the world knows and loves and talks a lot about our science. I mean, we're number one in the world. We are the immune system company, and that's the science part. And I think few of us don't really help promote or don't talk a lot about the service pillar. And it really does balance our company like I don't think any other company. And we're going to talk a lot about Bianca tonight. God bless her. She rest in peace. She passed away about 3 years ago, I believe, unfortunately, sadly. But this is what really brought Judy and I to the company. She and I were with another company, not another company. We were with a company that was helping promote a product that helped feed malnutrition kids around the world. And it went out of business. But a good friend of mine who happened to be a neighbor of Dave and Gabriella called me and said, Mike, I'd like you to introduce you to a couple that live near me, and they have a product that you might be interested in, and that's what is right behind me, For Life Fortify. Gosh, they shared the information about this product and what it was doing around the world. We had fed over 6 million children, I believe, at that point, and I don't know how many millions now we've have fed in the years, but this is what really, interestingly, this is what made me decide to become a For Life representative at that point, and Judy also. And we hadn't even heard about the science, and we didn't even hear about the science before it was we heard about that after we got involved because this was the product we really liked at that point. But that's a good introduction to me. I know Gillian's got some great slides here. We're going to really I want to talk about Bianca more than Judy and myself. But it's an honor to be here with you, with all of you tonight. And as I said, Judy is here in spirit with us. She's unfortunately can't be here live with us tonight. Gillian, you want to go ahead and keep going? Oh, actually, this one too, turning compassion into action. Again, this is what really back in those 10 years ago when we were introduced to this product For Life, we were already, Judy and I, again, we were in our late 60s at that time, and we were already getting involved around the world with organizations and helping children around the world. And we traveled to Ethiopia. We go to Ethiopia a lot, and we sponsor a lot of children there. We go to Kenya, and we go to other countries as well. But it's really about global nutrition. If any of you ever have looked at what has going on in our world, even in today's world, in this modern world, a child dies about every 10 seconds of malnutrition. And in Africa, it's something, it's tens of thousands die every day in Africa of malnutrition. And so that was what really tore at our hearts. Judy is an RN, a nurse. And so anyway, global nutrition initiatives was big on our hearts. And that's what really sold us when we were introduced to Bianca and her husband David 10 years ago. Gillian, I'm going to throw it back to you.
Yeah, and perfect. And this is one of the reasons why we're here today. We want you to not only help yourself access resources for support and healing, but we have a venue which we don't talk a lot about on how we can help others access those same resources that maybe they weren't be able to get privy to or get access to before. That's one of the reasons why if you learn some of the stories of how this started, it's going to break your heart. It's going to break your heart. And the more I do some research, the more I go down that rabbit hole, I'm very much now an advocate of raising awareness for what started this mission. Why did they start this mission was because they wanted to help people heal. And then some of the stories that you can look into, and we want to start showing those stories here. And then we're going to be uploading this to our YouTube channel. And we'd love for you to, by the way, we do have a YouTube channel called Feel Good, Share Good on YouTube. Make sure you follow those stories. Those stories that we can share, we do share. Okay? Those that we can't because of compliance, we kind of keep behind the wall, right? But, we want to make sure that we spread the awareness out there for everybody, okay? So remember, like J. Michael, they're an example for us. Their mission reminds us when we give, we create real change. So on that note, we're going to talk a little bit about the collective action, about how millions lack essentials, but together how we can change that. And somebody took it upon themselves to do something about it. And that lovely lady was Bianca Lisonbee. Now, who is Bianca Lisonbee? I did not have the pleasure to meet her. I know Claudia did, Gabriella did, and many other people here in the room are with this inside our community did have the pleasure to meet with her. I did not, but I've heard so much about her that I believe I needed to make sure that I myself took the time to research her and the why behind her passion and the why behind her cause. And Bianca Lisonbee is a mother. This is Women's Month. For those who did celebrate Mother's Day in the UK was a couple of weeks ago, but there's also Mother's Day coming up in May. I want to remind yourself about that. She was a mother first, a humanitarian, a visionary. She played a key role in supporting the mission behind For Life. She was the wife of David Lisonbee, but she was the heart behind the mission. A company built on improving lives through science, service, and community. Her passion for helping others extended far beyond business, reaching families, children, and communities around the world. And I know, but like I said, it started off with mother's love. I did not know this story. I just broke down when I heard it. The Foundation for Life, and by the way, if you are going to search, look for it. If this presentation is available for everybody afterwards, but the actual links, whenever you see anything written in blue, those are links or hyperlinks that you can go to the actual website to learn more. So and it's foundationforlife.org if you're looking for it, okay? The Foundation for Life was born from love and from a deeply personal loss. Instead of letting pain define the story, it became the foundation for something greater in honor of our daughter, Callie. She helped build a mission that now supports children and families globally. Her story reminds us that even in loss, purpose can rise. Love became a mission that continues to change lives. So I think that's, sometimes we don't know the why behind something, planting that seed. And we all talk about, we have a reason as to why we become passionate about something. But sometimes it just takes a moment to ask the question, why are you so passionate about this? I think it would take more time doing that, the more heartfelt will we get into something that what we're doing today. And remember, Mother's Day in the US is Sunday, May 10th. I know that's a month from now, but I'm planting the seed to call your mother if you have the opportunity to do so. Do it now. Don't wait till May 10th. So, and then the legacy of love and mission that lives on. By the way, I know it's a bit blurry, this picture, but I love this picture. I found it on Gabriella's wall. You might recognize some of these leaders here. For some of these leaders, these are the wives of, some are platforms, some are standalone platforms, but right in the front is Bianca Lisonbee. So a lot of our platinum leaders, a lot of our top leaders have had the opportunity to meet her. And I know for those that are going to a conference in a couple of weeks, you'll have an opportunity to meet her husband and her daughter, Jenna. And I do have a video that, you know, where you get to see your other daughter who's now carrying forward the legacy of what she's doing. Because before we go further, I really want you to learn a little bit more about Bianca. So there should be a little video after this, I believe, and we can listen to the video.
Hello, the one and only Bianca Lisonbee. Bianca, thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, Jessica, it's an honor. Thank you for having me.
So, Bianca, you were recently named one of the most influential women in the direct selling industry. Can you tell us a little bit about what that means to you?
Well, Jessica, frankly, I was surprised and felt very honored to be included with some of these other amazing women. For every woman that was included in that special issue, there's a story of perseverance and courage, determination and passion. And I was very inspired by them and feel it an honor to be included with them. And really, it's about For Life. It's not just my award or designation. It's about our whole For Life family.
And speaking of For Life, how has your experience with For Life changed you and or shaped your life?
You know, Jessica, it's hard to not be affected by our affiliates. As I go out into the field and feel their gratitude, their stories, their humility and appreciation for what we've created at For Life and how it's changed their lives, that has a profound effect on me and makes me want to work even harder to help give them the tools they need to continue to do that and to help others do that as well.
That's so true. And we have so many wonderful affiliates, so many of which are women.
That's right.
And what is your hope for women everywhere as they go forward and chase their own dreams?
Well, women are natural networkers. We love to connect with people and we love to help make people's lives better. I think it's something that women are very much conditioned to do. And my hope for women everywhere is that For Life can help give them more choices to choose what dream is theirs. Nothing brings me more satisfaction than when a woman in For Life comes up to me and says, because of For Life, I'm able to choose to stay home with my family, have more time with my family, or to travel more and do things that they've always wanted to do. So I see For Life as the vehicle then to help women have these choices on how they want to live their dreams.
That's so well said. And thank you so much, Bianca. Again, it's always just such a privilege sitting down with you and so inspiring. And we just appreciate you so much and all that you do. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, I'm just going to go on to the next slide. Just bear with me. So it's just going to go right into, that's the beauty of when you go into these presentations, YouTube does sometimes actually take over. So one sec, we'll go back to the presentation. That was a wonderful, like she is just such a beautiful soul, and I'm just really looking forward to sharing a little bit more information with you about her. One second. This one here, I think, is great. This is one, let me just open this up for you. And I'll start over from the beginning. Can you tell me if you can hear this? If not, I may not be able to play this right now. Can you hear this at all?
No, Gillian, I can't hear it.
Okay. I'm going to send the link for that particular one and another inside the community. That is actually, I know, J. Michael, you sent it to me from Instagram, but sometimes the
Yes.
settings don't always work. But I'll play the actual reel for you inside the Instagram. Very, very heart-wrenching, almost like passion. I could feel the vibration in her voice when she was talking about her mother. That is Jenna. And she'll be at the conference next in 2 weeks too. And I did get the pleasure of meeting her when I was at Utah, and we were doing a little fun exercise to help raise money for the Foundation for Life. So this is just a quick slide, but all this information, like I said, if you click on the blue hyperlink in this presentation, you'll be able to go directly to the website, foundationforlife.org, to learn a bit more about the mission. You know, they, like I said, this is about breaking the cycle of poverty and creating extraordinary opportunities for children. And we also have a great emphasis on the education. So Foundation for Life focuses on children worldwide using 100% of their donations. So that's unheard of, 100% of the donations to provide tools and training to lift families out of poverty. Their priority is educational initiatives that empower communities, but they also have built communities. They've helped rebuild communities. And that's something that I know, Claudia, at the end, I'll hopefully get you to talk about that, because she had an opportunity to be on site at one of those communities. So at the end, we're going to talk a little bit more about their impact and how it's helped others. So we have some people that have actually met her, but I also want to talk a little bit about why this matters to you. If you're listening to this inside our community, you may not be a For Life affiliate. This is just about how we are celebrating women within our sphere that have done so, and how are they giving back on a global scale. So this is another video I'd like you to watch.
Hello, we're For Life, the immune system company, with a presence in over 70 countries worldwide. Our science-backed products are designed to strengthen your immune system and support overall health and wellness at every stage of life. If you're here, you want to live a healthier life and help others do the same. You believe in making a difference, not only for yourself, for those who need it most. But in today's world, health isn't guaranteed, and opportunity isn't equal. Millions of children still go without basic needs like food, education, and safety. There are children who don't know where their next meal will come from, or who can't consistently get to school. There are single moms trying to buy their kids' school supplies. That's where Foundation for Life comes in. The goal is to break the cycle of poverty. We do this by focusing on the needs of children, because we believe when you change a child's life, you change the future. We have service projects in every country where we conduct business. We have built homes, supported safe houses, donated to charities, built schools, offered nutritious meals, provided ways for kids to get to school, and inspired hope around the world. We invite you to join us as we break the cycle of poverty. A portion of every For Life product purchase goes to Foundation for Life, or you can donate directly to Foundation for Life. No donation is too small to make a difference. Foundation for Life helps children and families around the world believe in and achieve a brighter future. Together, we can be the difference in someone's story. Because when we lift others, we all rise.
That was a great video, right? I love that. And as a reminder, because we don't talk about this, a portion of your For Life proceeds go to that Foundation for Life. And there are other ways that you can contribute. So I want to talk about how you can do good and getting involved. Number one, you can become an advocate. You can champion causes you believe in and speak up for them. J. Michael and Judy do this every single day. If you're on their LinkedIn, they're constantly talking about how they give back, or what service they can do to help support the children in Ethiopia. I see this all the time with you, J. Michael, and I know you do this because of a passion project for yourself, but I know this is something that you always introduce your customers to, or people that are looking to shop from you. You let them know that we have this on the table, and by the way, it's a tax write-off for them, right? In some cases, in some states. So let them know that that's out on the table for you. Share the message, spread awareness about important issues to your network. Like, we do have an opportunity for anybody that's looking to do fundraising. If they can do fundraising with the Foundation for Life, or they can do it privately through you. You just have to be willing to let them know that it's there as a support mechanism for their business. And also, there's a lot of companies, a lot of independents that do look at where can we donate, to help. Can we get back to? We forget that we have this opportunity to help not only give back to the communities and to children, but also we have it within our realm to make it easy for them to do it. And we support initiatives contributing to organizations and projects that make a difference. They have presence in them. I can't remember offhand how many countries, but there's projects all over the world. And we want to give awareness to where these projects are located. And we're hoping to have people that have been on the ground to see the before and afters and see the contribution, share their stories inside our platform. So the more you invite people to the community, the more awareness we're going to not only give to what we have to offer you for personal healing, but how we can help give back to communities and help other communities heal. I'd love to have everybody. I'm actually exploring this and myself on this island. There's still some areas of concern on this island because they've been hit by hurricanes. So I have a neighborhood down the street that is constantly trying to raise money, and the locals may not have the access to the resources that they should have, primarily because they're still hit with, when we had, category 7, like it was off the charts, hurricane locally. So I'm thinking, how can For Life help support me with a Foundation for Life build that community for this particular island? That's something I'm exploring right now. Think about for you in your neighborhood, or think about a sister community that could do the same. You never know unless you ask. We have to also use our voice by raising awareness and inspiring action through your communication. Let people know, like J. Michael does. He says, he'll contact somebody and say, hey, why don't you make a contribution to Fortify this month? What is it that they can do? There's a huge opportunity with that. So let's never, ever underestimate the power of a voice. So I'm going to bring you back up again, my lovely friend.
Thank you, Gillian.
Explain this, because I didn't know about this as much as I should know. So explain this to me.
Okay, Fortify is an amazing product. I think Judy and I have been purchasing and donating it since we've been with For Life now, because as I said, this is the product that actually brought me into the company. And it's an amazing product. One bag of Fortify will feed a child for 30 days, or it'll also feed up to 24, 25 children a meal. So each bag is fortified with all sorts of vitamins, minerals, and transfer factor. It's the only malnutrition product in the world that has transfer factor in it. Back in 2000, I think it was 2012, we started feeding this to some orphans in the Philippines every day. And 115 of the children were considered severely malnourished. Within months and not year, it was down to only about 3 or 4 were still considered out of the 100 plus to be severely malnourished. That's the sort of impact we have. And we feed this Fortify is, you buy it, you don't receive it. It is shipped at no cost to you, free shipping to a third party in the United States called Feed the Children. If you Google Feed the Children, it's one of the largest feeding programs in the world. That's all they do. And then they distribute it at no additional charge. So there's no addition. They totally distribute it. We also distribute it within our own company. Jenna has a whole team within Foundation for Life. We distribute it right here in the United States. There's some schools and some communities within the United States that have not severe, but do have malnutrition problems in the schools. And we actually have products in the United States as well. But this product is amazing. As I said, you can purchase it. I ask people all the time to buy a few bags. Sometimes I do a promotion. I'll say it's March where Judy and I are really trying to feed 300 children. Can you buy a bag of Fortify for us? And very few say no. I mean, who's going to say no to that? It's something you're giving, and it is an amazing product. As a builder, as a business builder, also as an affiliate, we do receive a 25 life points for the bag, which is amazing to me. I don't even expect it. I didn't expect it, but it is a 25 life point product. So it adds to building your business. If you have a big team of 100 or even 20 people on your team, and each of them are buying a bag a month, that's a lot of children that are being fed on a monthly basis. So take a look at this product. As Gillian said, you can go to that foundation.org site, and there's a whole section on the Fortify telling you about it, what's in it, how it works, and it's easy to add it to an order. And you can send it. You can also send it to people. I send it to people all the time to let them buy it and just put it. I put it in their cart, and they can purchase it and
I
donate.
can show you probably quickly at the end if we have time.
Yeah, no problem.
Right? Because
it's so impactful. It is amazing product, guys. As I said, we have so many products that help all of us. But here's a product that you can literally change a community around, and whether it be the Philippines or in South Africa. We have a facility in South Africa. We have a facility in the Dominican Republic, Colombia. I mean, they're all over the world that we help feed these children. So this product is amazing. And so many of us in For Life don't even know about this and don't research it enough. No. Thanks, Gillian.
You're welcome.
I'll turn it back to you.
And thank you for always being the reminder of me. You kind of forced me by being vocal. Remember, being vocal about it is you alerted me about it. So now I have to advocate for this. Okay. So again, thank you, J. Michael, for being the example. You and Judy started with this decision, the decision to care, a decision to act. And that decision is now by impacting lives. So my question to everybody that's watching this recording, wherever you are watching the live, what decision will you make, when it comes to helping do good? So just as a reminder, we do have the Good Health Stories and Solutions community. Every journey has the power to inspire. Bianca's story reminds us one life can impact thousands. And that's her legacy that she's given, and we need to honor that. We also have to remember that we can do this together. If it's on your heart, it belongs here. We need to do this together. Be part of something bigger. Invite others. Stay connected and take action to make a difference. Sorry, let's go back to this. Sorry, and go back to the feel good, share good, do good, be good rhythm. Our weekly focus. We talked previously about the feel good and then share good, and today's was about do good, giving back and impact. And next week we're going to be talking about the be good, which is about personal growth and mindset. This again is going to be a monthly series, but today's experience is all about how we can do good to the world. So just as a reminder for next week, it's going to be about be good, and a special guest speaker for that. I'm not sure if she made the call or not. I know she's been very, very busy with a ton of clients. That's taking up all our time. But the Be Good talk next week is about mind, body, and spirit. Being good begins with this session will explore the interconnectedness of inner world and outer world actions, offering practical strategies for holistic well-being. We'll explore emotional wellness, stress management, and mindset practices for daily life. So that's same time, same bat channel, same Zoom. Passcode is GOOD capital. So just so you know, and that's going to be next week. But just as a reminder, to the beautiful Bianca Lisonbee, legacy isn't what we leave behind, it's what we set in motion. So we can talk the talk, but if action doesn't provide, we haven't done our service. So I'd love for you to be more involved in memory of Bianca Lisonbee. So on that note, I'd love for others that do have a voice or have an experience that can maybe help come forward and share a story or a testimonial about their time, with Bianca. So I'm just going to stop the sharing. So who here has something that they'd like to share? Claudia, maybe you want to come forward?
Let me see if I can, hi, everybody. I'm Claudia
Claudia.
Burgess from Canada. Hello. So yes, Gillian, I had a beautiful experience in 2023. I'm just going to go ahead and share quickly because I have a couple of stories about Bianca and this opportunity that I had. So Bianca was very, I always had a chance to kind of say hello to her quickly at convention just because she was open for us, but not the way I was able to experience her in Bogota. So this is what was important about Bogota. Bogota was easier than I thought because all you needed to do was donate $200 to be part of Foundation for Life, the mission. And a lot of people that saw me there, they actually said, I didn't know it was this easy. And it was just as easy as going into the Foundation for Life Instagram, which I'll show you in a second. And it was there. It said, who would like to be part of building this project? I'm like, oh, wow, I'm in Bogota. I'll do it. So that was it. So I'll just go quickly over the pictures. This is actually Bogota is my city. So these are neighborhoods that are in the mountains. As you can see, they're just, you know, many of the countries in South America have them. They're very poor. And why they chose this community, we're getting off the bus here, is because this specific neighborhood had 400 families and only one park for the kids. So For Life chose this park. I took pictures of houses that were just attractive to me. So here we are, and this is where Bianca comes in, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I can't believe it. I have her here all for me, and I get to take pictures, and I don't have like 100,000 people around her. I got to have lunch with them. So here they're just you know, talking about what we're going to build. We're going to actually take apart that wall and paint the wall and build a whole park. And I will show you the final video. So this was really, what a beautiful experience. It really, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, I get them both. I can take pictures with both, and there's not a lineup. So like I said, please get involved with the projects. And as we start building, you see, they're taking off the paint. Drug dealers don't want parks for kids because that way they can recruit them for drug dealing, and you know, they're not having fun. What else can they do, right? So it's a very difficult area, very difficult neighborhood. So for us to be there representing For Life, this is one of the For Life ladies and giving food, her lunch to the dog. This little boy is wearing my Canadian bandana. That's why I took a picture of him. So here, the second part was to build the cement floor, and I got to do that with David Lisonbee. This is our gold. Oh goodness, I think it bumped my. Hold on, no, here we go. Giovanni Perotti from Colombia, very popular. These are the kind of streets these kids have to walk through just to get to school, and they don't have a bus, right? They just have to walk through these. They took us, this is the social leader that actually signed up or registered so that she could get the help from the foundation. They're taking us back to the hotel because it gets pretty dangerous. I got to hang out. So this is day 2. And again, we're just working really hard to get that part done. This is the beginning, and I'll show you the video of the end in a minute. I just want to show you this part because that's how it looked. Now the floor is laid, and there was no floor there before. Really quickly, David and Bianca working every day there. And I'm trying to find the picture that touches me the most, which is, this is the walls are painted by now. And now we're painting the sun for foundation. And I hope I get to find this beautiful picture of Bianca. She went to the local corner. Now the Foundation for Life is finally done. She went to the corner and she got some candy for the kids. I can't find that picture, but I want to show you the video. So anyway, here I am again. I took a lot of pictures with them, and it was a beautiful experience. Okay, so we're done with that. And what I want to show you is the Instagram and the final video. 1 second. Let me start that over again and see if I can get the sound. Oh, I don't have sound on the phone.
You just turn the sound on the.
And you have to put like a click under your speaker thing. It's like a mute.
Okay. Okay.
Hello. There we go. Let me block this sound and should work now. Okay. We should get that sound now. Oh, I think there's only that sound. Yeah. They didn't have music. They're just doing a quick video of the build. That's not the video I was looking for. But anyway, let's watch this one. There's a video on YouTube. I will find it and put it in our chat. And it's the final video. I thought it was this one, and it's the actual final video of the park. But you'll get to see it. And so it was fantastic. There's Bianca. There's lots of our goals. Our VP, not our now VP. There's David Lisonbee. Every time you see that cap, look at him working hard, hours.
We're just now finishing the second day of our Foundation for Life service trip here in Bogotá, Colombia.
It's been great. We put up these fences and these swings now are going up and this little storage unit. This is going to be great. And we've been working with so many people.
Perfect.
And it's almost done. There we go. Day 3 days to build the park. Okay, so there's like I said, I'm gonna stop that share. There is an even better video. There we go. Okay. So there's an even better video, the final video that the company does with a drone, and they're showing the beautiful park. And it was just such a great experience. But to get to work with them side by side, pulling the cement and painting, just like you saw for 3 days they were there. Some people work so hard, really so hard. Everybody works so hard to build that park. And that's what Foundation for Life does. It just makes a difference in a lot of countries, building houses, building parks, and breaking that cycle of poverty, which is really our slogan, right? How are we going to break that cycle of poverty? One family at a time, one child at a time. So the donations really go to beautiful causes like that. And again, if you want to participate, you can do it when they come to your city, or you can go like to the convention. I had Convention for Life. We're going to be probably building something for schools in Utah, like we always do, bicycles, backpacks. I don't know what the blankets. But the great thing is you can also have your own fundraiser and register as a Foundation for Life fundraiser, and then just send the money to Foundation for Life. So we did it before with Cowinder. We wore our t-shirts and we were helping a house here in Toronto for seniors in North York, giving them hot food. And I can't remember anymore Cowinder, but we've done several For Life projects that we announce or launch as a Foundation for Life, because everybody can be Foundation for Life and help a family. So thank you, Gillian.
No worry. Thank you for that. And this is exactly why we need to talk more about these projects, because we're heading into spring, or should be in spring. We've got lots of really great opportunities to do some projects here. Let's get the word out, right? So I know, and I didn't even know that you did something in Toronto for Foundation for Life with Kilwinder. Like, we need to share these stories more. That's what I think we need to do more of. And speaking of stories, we need to celebrate people like Gabriella, like the fact that I love that picture of you and the platinum leaders all together with the Bianca, that beautiful picture. I don't even know where that's from, but I found it on your profile, Gabriella, and I stole it from you, just so you know. That picture. And I know it's an emotional connection that you have with Bianca, and I'm glad that you showed up tonight, because sometimes we don't know the person behind the legacy, and I'd love for you to share some insight for everybody to get our head around who she was.
Yes, exactly. That picture was taken in Kabul at the President's Club trip that we had. The last trip that Bianca was able to be with us. This was before she knew she was diagnosed with cancer. And I remember she was very she was like she loved kids, as we all know. She loves everyone, but she was always with her grandkids and her kids, her daughters, her sons. And I remember that trip, as I remember all our trips together with the Lisonbees and corporate. And I remember it was the day that they were playing volleyball, and we had these annoying rocks that everyone was playing volleyball on. They were sharp. They were like volcanic rocks. They were so hard on the feet. And I just remember Bianca was sitting in it was like a little cabana thing that they had available for all of us to sit in our own. And I went up to her and I sat next to her and I said, Bianca, I have an idea. And I'm just running this by you because you're the person with Foundation for Life to go to, you know? And I told her, I have an idea that us distributors would love to share recipes and make a Foundation for Life recipe book. And she's like, I've been thinking about that too. So, yes, put the word out there and we will, put some recipes there that we can make with our products and make them healthy recipes, whether or not they're with products, having for life recipes in them or not. But she was really, really, Jenna was there at the time too. And she told Jenna, okay, Gabby is going to help you get this together. So I got her email and all this, and we started it. We did start it, and I put the word out. But I admired Bianca because she was so easy to talk to, and we would email frequently recipes. But one thing about Bianca is when the few times we went to India, we've been there at least 4 times, she wanted to start like an orphanage. And she did, okay? There is an orphanage in India that Bianca and David Lisonbee, through the foundation, which belongs to every single one of us as affiliates. This is your foundation, okay? That the orphanage in India, they adopt little girls, okay? They have this little box you could put your baby in, or a little bell if the child is not a baby. And if you, for any reason in India, if they cannot afford to keep the baby, whether it's a girl or a boy, but mainly girls are given away, they just drop them off, no questions asked. And the foundation will raise the baby, feed the baby. They'll even pay for an education. And not just in India, but the Dominican Republic, there's one there. There are several, I believe even in the Philippines. There are several. I'm not aware of every single one in every country, but the foundation, we contribute to that. So if we all each give a monthly loyalty in our loyalty order, a monthly donation, wow, we can help these children. We can make a difference in someone's life through Bianca's legacy. She would be so proud, right?
That's awesome.
But it is. She's a very, she still is. But we can contribute through her and make a difference. And the Fortify is very good. I remember they gave us, when they first came out with us, they gave us some Fortify. It's rice, beans, and vegetables and transfer factor with some seasoning. It's quite good, actually. So if ever you want to show somebody what it's like, just get some rice, some black beans, some white rice, and put some seasonings in there. And you could even slap some transfer factor. But she was very giving. You know, I could tell you more stories about how she would sometimes send me like a cheesecake or something when she knew I was, you know, going through hard times. But she was very thoughtful, so thoughtful. And we are very lucky to be in a company that we have founders that care.
That's amazing. Thank you, Gabriella. Speaking of founders that care, but the leaders that care, Gabriella, we learn a lot from you, and we appreciate you coming on our calls, because the more we contribute, the more we share. And I think that recipe book still has to happen. We are working on one for the protein challenge that we have. Rexy's in diligently pulling that together, but I think that recipe booklet still has to happen. So that's something that I want to talk to you about now that I know about it. Like, we need to have that out there, because that could be a fundraiser for the Foundation for Life.
Yes, and I spoke to Jenna last convention, and I kind of asked her about it, and she goes, "No, we do want to have a recipe book out." So I'm gonna nudge her again when I see her at convention again.
I'm willing to support. Like, we already have the foundation for quite a few things for the ProTF. We've got about 30 recipes that are being pulled together for maybe as a chapter, maybe it's, you know, a good chapter that we have. Who knows? But we have an opportunity to do some amazing things, and I thank you for Gabriella for sharing your story about Bianca tonight. And that's what I'd like you to do as a challenge for those that are watching the live, if possible. Can you make sure you get in there and share a story? If you have a feel-good story about an experience with the foundation, or you have an idea for a fundraising opportunity, please go in. I'm just going to show a couple things right now of some additional resources to close the night. We've got about 4 minutes, but I'm going to just show you a couple things where you can find a bit more information. So just bear with me. Let me know if you can see my screen. Everybody can see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want you to guys know that there is a natural section when you go into, like, you know, your My Shop section on the For Life website. You can go to forlife.com, or if you have an affiliate, or if you have somebody, if you're a customer right now, reach out to the person that invited you to the community. You go and go to their store. But underneath here is called Support the Foundation for Life. So I'm actually on the Support Foundation for Life site right now. Okay. And this actually has got 3 products that you can invest in right now today. We talked about Fortify, but, you know, I know Vilma says that she actually purchases them and gets a donation, but also gets a tax write-off. If you go to the site like this, if you press on the middle thing here, it says the information. The one beauty of it, it goes in and there's an actual product information. So you can go in. A lot of our products, by the way, have extended information. You can just go in and go down to additional information. But you open that up, and that comes up to this site here to show you. And it talks about, Gabriella talked about the ingredients, all the ingredients. And remember, these packs are sent to people. We don't touch them. They don't get delivered to us. They get delivered to the people that need it. But it talks about what's in it. But it also talks about, you know, the fact that, you know, the business benefits. It reinforces business building efforts by awarding personal life points, like J. Michael mentioned, but also provides tax deductions, since each purchased bag of For Life Fortify is donated to Feed the Children, and that is a 501c3 entity. So you can claim that, you know, when you download your order and receipts for a tax write-off. So for anybody that's looking to, you know, raise money for a cause, or like you said, you know, meet your 100 LP qualifier, if you're looking to do that, 4 bags does it, right? Get somebody commit to 4 bags a month, and you've got your qualifier. If you are an affiliate and you're looking to fill that void, that is something that can be done each and every month. So I just want you to be aware of that. That's how I found it, okay, was from here. But going back, this is something that I think is really cool. Bianca wrote a book. Who has this book? Anybody ordered this book? So J. Michael, you've got this book, right? Gabriella has this book. So it's $20. It's called Let the Sun Shine by Bianca Lisonbee. So if I go in and look at it, so you can buy this book. This is the perfect book to be giving a girlfriend or a friend of yours that has sunshine in their life. I know I have a girlfriend called Sunshine. I might buy this book for her to give her a little sun in her life, you know? So what great little gift to give your mother for Mother's Day, a little sun, you know, some beautiful messages of inspiration and illustrations. Everybody should be giving a book of sunshine. You know, if you have a new affiliate joining your team, what a great way to pay it forward and thank them for joining your team by sharing them some sun from Bianca Lisonbee. You know, I think this is something that we don't think about. We don't necessarily, we might buy them a little gift bag from somewhere else. Why not send them something like this? And remember, you could order it and get it shipped to them for free. Remember, well, not free, you still have to pay for the shipping, but you know, the logistics are handled by For Life. So we sometimes don't think we can spread a little sun this way, but we can also donate in Bianca's memory $1 right now. We could do that right now for the Foundation for Life in Bianca's memory. You can do $1 today. You do, you know, $5, $10. You can do that in memory of Bianca. So I just want you to these $1, $5, or $10 donations. And this is something that we can do, each and every one of us, but we can also ask our customers or anybody that we know is looking to do a cause. I don't know about you, but every time I go to some store somewhere, I'm always being asked, can you make a donation somehow? But why not support our foundation? I love that, Gabriella. You shared that, and I think that's something we forget, that this is our foundation. So thank you for reminding us about that. And I do also want to remind everybody that next week we have the beautiful and talented Cora. So I don't know if she's here right now. If you can, if you're able to get on camera at all.
Yes, I'm right here, Gillian. Hello.
Hi, how are you? I know you've been very, very busy, and I know you've got lots going on, but remember, you know, we talked about this, about how can we give back, how can we pay it forward. You know, there's a foundation there that, and we can raise money left, right, and center to help give back. And what better opportunity, you know, to partner with somebody. But for you, Cora, I'm looking forward to getting my mindset ready for the spring coming up.
Yes.
So you're here next week, so maybe
yes,
fight about that.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. And hello, everyone. I've been kind of MIA. I'm traveling again and helping a new student who's going through cancer, and it's more hands-on, the type of help that I'm giving her. So yes, next week we're going to talk about, I love the platform, feel good, share good, do good. I get to be good, because what happens when we do so much, and that's beautiful. We need to have movement in our communities and do. So next week it's going to be about you. How do you be good from the inside so that we can continue to do good? When we don't take care of the be good, which is us, how we take care of ourselves, our heart center, how are we with our mind and our heart connection? So I'll give you some tips and some stories, and we'll just have a lot of fun with knowing how to be good.
Thank you. So on that note, I'm going to close. Thank you, Cora. It's a pleasure to have you here, and looking forward to next week. And I know we're going to have a special testimony from Rita. I know Rita's here all the time, but please remember, if you feel good, share good, be good, do good. The whole point is that we're here to help everybody feel better, give them a good life. And you have the opportunity to do good each and every day. And don't forget that this foundation, foundationforlife.org, foundationforlife.org, you can go look it up, find out more information about them, because you have an opportunity to not only change your life, but to change many lives. And you can also contribute to the legacy of Bianca Lisonbee. So thank you for letting me share the story tonight. And I can't wait to see how much you can contribute. And I'd love to hear more about what you're going to be doing inside your community, or find that story. All you have to do is ask. You never know. And I'm now challenged to now reach out to that community down the street that are still suffering from Irma from 7 years ago. And you were talking about showing the pathway in Colombia. We have children here that are living in houses with no roof still. And I need to see what I can do with this foundation on this island. That means a lot to me. So think about that for you and your communities. Think about why Bianca does this. So if anybody else wants to final words for tonight, please put your hand up, because I'd love to hear your feedback on how you love the show, or if there anything we could do differently, let us know. Okay? But for now, I'm just going to stop the recording. All right.